All right, welcome out here to the first of the many games here for the Ed Cardock Firecracker Classic Tournament Baseball here down at Buchholz Park here in Stevens Point. Leo Cub-Manchesky Field to be exact. Game's pushed back just a little bit due to some rain that was in the area earlier today, but looks to have cleared up here, and by all accounts we'll have baseball here. Wausau here will face off with Beaver Dam. Wausau, of course, we covered the game just a couple nights ago on Zaleski Sports. They fell 2-0 at DC Everest. Jack Bartles went the distance in that game, giving up just one earned run. The tough luck loser in that game, 2-0. But Wausau back at it here again today, 3 o'clock start. We'll get our starting lineups here and our Auto Select pregame show, which is Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. The Chase Lions, Brandon Barincott here today. Good day for some baseball. Again, Wausau comes in here with an overall record of 8-9. They are coached by Tom Magnuson here. We'll get our starting lineups here. Start with Beaver Dam. Wausau will be home today. Jeff Freund will lead things off here, the pitcher here. Boston Damon hitting second over at short. Jarek Westover will hit third and be out in left field here today.
Number 15, center fielder
Kyler Keel hitting in the cleanup spot out in center field.
Next, number 3, second baseman Jake Julka.
Jake Julka, the second baseman, hitting fifth here.
Batting 6, number 4, third baseman Braden Strakota.
Braden Strakota here, the third baseman, hitting sixth.
Batting next, number 9, first baseman Carson Franke.
Carson Franke will hit seventh, playing first base.
Batting 8, number 16, catcher Brad Wendorf.
Brad Wendorf hitting eighth here today and catching.
And batting number 9, number 1, left fielder Avery Fremright.
Avery Femright out in left field to round things off here for Beaver Dam. Again, the visitors here today. Switch it over for Wausau.
Lead off, right fielder number 28, Oliver Turiski.
Oliver Tarosky here, the right fielder, hitting
Batting second,
at one spot.
second baseman number 10, Tony Eifeldano.
Tony Eifeldano here hitting second, the second baseman.
Left fielder number 35, Dylan Dobratz.
Dylan Dobratz, the third hitter, hitting out in left.
First baseman number 19, Luke Smogolowski.
Luke Smogolewski, the first baseman, hitting cleanup today.
Stop number 12, Jesse Osnes.
Jesse Osnes playing at short and hitting fifth.
Batting 6, center fielder number 13, Jackson Albee.
Jackson Albee, the center fielder, hitting in the sixth spot.
Third baseman number 27, Jack Bartels.
Jack Bartles, the third baseman, hitting seventh.
Catcher number 5, Brennan Fictum.
Brennan Fictum hitting in the eighth spot and catching today.
Batting 9th on the mound, pitcher number 2, Lucas Hager.
And Lucas Hager will get the start on the hill, and he'll bat ninth here. We'll have our national anthem, and we'll be underway here momentarily on Zaleski Sports.
Continue to serve, rise and be recognized.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust. In Stevens Point and Plover, at Auto Select, you're good to go.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza. Hand-style pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce. Toppings and spices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
All right, ready to play some baseball here. Of course, we had our Auto Select pregame show here this afternoon. Auto Select, which is Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires with complete auto repair services. They have locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. So Beaver Dam, the visiting team here in this game. Wausau, the home team here, and Wausau will defensively have Lucas Hager out on the hill, the right-hander, number 22. Defensively, he will have Lucas Smogoleski over at first, Tony Eifeldano at second, Jack Bartles at third, Jesse Osnes playing short here, Oliver Tarosky out in right, Jackson Albee out in center, and Dylan Dobrot's out in left defensively for Wausau. Beaver Dam, on the other hand, hitting-wise, they'll start things off with Jeff Freund, followed by Boston Damon, Jarek Westover, Kyler Keel, Jake Jolka, Braden Strakota, Carson Franke, Brad Wendorf, and Avery Femright. So the 3 o'clock game, this was originally, I believe, a 12:30 contest here, but due to some weather here in the area, things pushed back a little bit, but field looks to be in good condition here and turning out to be a halfway decent day for some American Legion baseball here. We're underway. Beaver Dam and Wausau post 10 Bulldogs ready to square things off here, and Jeff Freund to lead things off here for Beaver Dam. First pitch hit in the air. That'll be playable, and that's Jackson Albee there to retire Jeff Freund for 1 out here. And the F8 to the first out, and that brings up Boston Damon here, number 2 hitter for Beaver Dam. Jarek Westover, the on-deck hitter here. All misses, so now it's 1-0 here to Damon. Boston, the shortstop here for Beaver Dam. Hager's pitch hit out into center. And that'll be Albee for out number 2. So a couple of fly ball outs, the F8 in both situations for quick 2 outs here. And Jarek Westover. Jarek, the left fielder here today, the left-handed hitting left fielder. Hitting today in the 3 spot. And that ball lifted in 2-3 inning. So 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. We move to the bottom half of inning number 1 here. You are listening to and watching American Legion baseball here today on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
All right, we are back out here for the bottom half inning, number 1 coming up here. Jeff Freund out on the hill here for Beaver Dam. Oliver Tarosky will lead things off, one of our many game day sponsors here today in Phelps Dairy. Culture of Wisconsin is forever tied to life on the farm. Bring the family for a visit to Phelps' Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Cheeses, dairy products, local meats, seasonal decor, and so much more. That's Phelps' Dairy Store. Food, family, and fun. So defensively, Freund out on the hill. Carson Franke over at first. Jake Jolka over at second. Braden Strakota over at third. Boston Damon out at short. Kyler Keel out in center field here today. Avery Fremright out in left. And Jarek Westover out in right field. So Oliver Tarosky will lead things off here. And Freund, this is down low, so it's 1-0 now here to Tarosky. Freund, the lefty, swing and miss here, so count goes 1-1 now here to Tarosky. Pitch misses out, so it's 2-1 now here to Oliver. Two-one offering here, hit over, that'll be through the hole over at second, and a base hit for Tarosky. So he'll be aboard a leadoff single here for Oliver Tarosky. That'll bring up 20. Eifeldano here, the second baseman. So Freund, the lefty, with a runner at first here. And that'll be in there for called strike one here to Tony Eifeldano. Tony, the second baseman here today for Wausau, in this game anyways. First of many games on the docket or on the slate here today. I should say the first of many games for the weekend. I believe there are 3 games on today's docket. And a number of games tomorrow as well. Well, the 1-1 offering here from Freund. That'll be lifted out into right field, and the out will be made. And that's Jackson Westover to make the play out and right. So Eifeldano retired by way of the F9 here. Dylan Dobrot's the left fielder here. 1 out. Freund from the stretch. The pitch misses out, so it is 1-0 now to Dobrot's. Just underway here out at Buchholz Park. Turned out to be a pretty decent afternoon for some baseball here. Called strike into Dobrats now, so it's 1-1. Freund, the lefty, comes set. 1-1 offering is just outside to Dobrats now, so it's 2-1. Tarosky over at first. 2-1 offering here from Freund. That'll miss inside, so it's a hitter's count. 3-1 now to Dylan Dobrats. Tom Magnuson over at third, the manager slash coach here for Wausau, the Bulldogs. Post 10. Ball batted into the fence here, so count goes full now. By golly, the sun's starting to show a little bit here today. Good to see. Vitamin D all around here. A swing and a miss, and that will be second out here. So Dobrats down on strikes here for out number 2. And that'll bring up first baseman, left-handed hitting first baseman Luke Smogoleski here. Tarosky did advance to second on that strikeout, so 2 outs with Tarosky out at second and called strike to Smogoleski now, so it's 0-1. Freund working out of the stretch, the 0-1 offering here to Smogoleski. He swung on and missed for strike 2 here. Freund's 0-2 offering here. And that's going to hit Smogoleski, so he will get down to first. That'll bring up Jesse Osnes. The slick fielding Jesse Osnes. I believe it's only been 1 or 2 games that I've called of Wausau, but a little bit I did see. He's a pretty solid shortstop in my opinion. So that pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 now to Osnes. Freund's 0-1 offering on the way, fouled out of play, and that'll be... You'll see a few youthful fans scamper for those foul balls. Those are worth, at least I believe anyways, some credit at the concession stand. Ball hit out into right, and that will be out number 3. Osnes retired on the F9 here. Wausau gets 1 hit. No runs, no errors. 1 inning in the books here. 0-0 our score. We'll head to the second inning. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here at the Kardak Classic out at Buchholz Park here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
Hello, Wisconsin. Felt's Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Felt's Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Felt's Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
All right, back out here for the second inning coming up here. Lucas Hager back out on the hill here for Wausau, one of our many game day sponsors here today. That's S.E. Swiderski and SCS Apartment or Home is where you want to live, work, and play. All throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to S.C. Swiderski to make you feel right at home. So Kyler Keel will lead things off here for Beaver Dam. Kyler, the center fielder here today, with Lucas Hager, the right-hander, back out for his second inning of work. Pitch misses down, so it's now 1-0 here to Keel. Pitch misses up high, so it's 2-0 now here to Kyler Keel. And Keel now 3-0. Hager's pitch down and away, so a 3-0 count here coming up to Keel. And a 4-pitch walk here. And that'll send Keel down to first here. First walk of the day here for Hager. And I'll bring up Jake Julka here. Jake, the second baseman here this afternoon for Beaver Dam. Hager checking back on Keel over at first. His first baseman, Luke Smogoleski, over there. Hager from the stretch, the pitch. And that's a called strike for strike number 1 here. Hager set. His 0-1 pitch, runner going, and diving play made. That'll be a nice play, and that could very well be 2. And they're going to say he was back in time, Kyler Keel. And 1 out now. And Braden Strakota here, third baseman today. 1 out, top half inning number 2. And a pretty nice throw over there from Hager to Smogoleski, but Keel will be back in there. So 1 out here with Keel over at first. And that will be a called strike 1 to Braden Strakota here. Carson Franke, the on-deck hitter here for Beaver Dam. Hager set, working from the stretch, runner going, throw down, and he will be in there with a stolen base, Kyler Keel. A count now 1-1 with Keel out at second now. Hager set. The 1-1, he'll step off momentarily, sensing movement there from Keel. He'll scamper back to second. Hager from the stretch here, the 1-1 offering. Breaking ball catches the corner here for strike number 2 to Braden Strakota. So it's 1-2 now. On-2 pitch to Braden. Hit pretty sharply, but a good play. He's going to go to third with it, and tag will be applied to get Kyler Keel for out number 2. So the 1-5 fielder's choice for 2 outs now, and Carson Franke with Strakota over at first. 2 outs here for step off here momentarily. By golly, Chase Lyons, the sun is out. Sunglasses might be needed here. Hager throws over to Smogoleski, and Strakota slides back in safely, so it's Hager from the stretch. Well, and that'll be a base hit for Strakota. I beg your pardon, Franke. Strakota goes to second on that, and Franke aboard with a base hit. And catcher Brad Wendorf coming up here for Beaver Dam. A couple runners aboard here. Strakota down at second. Ball skips away in the dirt. We'll have a throw down to third. Nothing going there. Strakota will get to third on that. Franke stays put over at first. So runner at the corners now with 2 outs. 1-0 count coming up to Wendorf. One-0 offering here. We'll have a throw, and it'll be a stolen base for Franke. Designed play, probably in all likelihood, there with Eiffeldano creeping up on that, just in case there was an attempt for the runner at third to go home. He would have been 20 feet closer, probably, to make that throw. Ball hit out into the air, out into center. And that will be out number 3. So Wendorf with the F8 and out number 3 here. 1 run, no hits, couple runners stranded here. We'll move to the bottom half, inning number 2 here. You are listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here today on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
All right, we are back here for the second inning coming up here. One of our many game day sponsors this afternoon. Does your roof need attention? We'll call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield today. They are your hail damage experts, and they serve all of central Wisconsin with both residential and commercial roofing. If you have recent hail damage to your home or business, Seamless Commercial Roofing is your hail damage expert, and their workmanship is always guaranteed. Call them today for a free estimate. That's Seamless Commercial Roofing at call 715-204-8103. Jackson Albee here will lead things off here for Wausau. He, of course, made that last catch out in center to retire Brad Wendorf in the last half inning here. Jeff Freund back out for his second inning of work. And the lefty misses low and in here, so it's 1-0 now to Albee. Pitch misses down, so it's 2-0 now here to Jackson. Jack Bartles, the on-deck hitter. Jack we saw just a couple nights ago over at DC Everest, pitched Really good game. Was what you call the tough luck loser in that one to Everest 2-0, but did go the distance in that one and pitched pretty well. Him and J.J. Lewis going at it just a couple nights ago. 2-1 now. In on the ground to third. And I'll be retired by way of the 5-3. So that was Braden Strakota making the play there at third. One on now here for Jack Bartles, again, who we mentioned. Saw him complete game, 1 earned run performance. A tough loss for Wausau on Wednesday night. He looks at ball 1 now. Brennan Fictum, the on-deck hitter for Wausau, and that ball hit out of play and foul. Good for a token credit here for someone. Here at the concession stands out here at Buchholz Park, Leo Cub Manchesky Field. That ball going to be hit down the line, but it's going to get foul. Count will go 1-2 now here to Bartles. And as we mentioned in our Auto Select pregame show here today, Wausau an overall record here of 8-9. And that ball will be hit out of play, foul. Count remains 1-2 now to Bartles. Breaking ball just missed, so count goes even now at 2-2. Ryan's 2-2 offering sharply, good reflex there. He will make the play, looks to be okay on that. Great play by Jeff Freund there. Showing the reflexes. Coach will probably go out and just say a few words, make sure Jeff is okay here. Looks to be, but nevertheless, that will make the old heart rate go up just a tick or two higher, perhaps. But he does make the play on that. And Jeff looks to be okay here. Good play there by Jeff. Showing those cat-like reflexes. So 2 outs now here for Brennan Fictum. His first plate appearance. Ball misses down low to Fictum, so it's 1-0 now here. Bottom half inning, number 2 out here. No score yet. Ball misses down low, so it's 2-0 now to Fictum. Lefty Freund pitch. That will be in there for a called strike now to Fictum, so it is 2-1. And that will hit Fictum, so he'll be aboard the hit by pitch here with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Lucas Hager here. Of course, Lucas, we've seen out on the hill. Looks like we'll get a pinch runner here for Wausau. I believe that's Ian Stahl. He'll be pinch running for the catcher, Brennan Fictum. 2 outs here. Freund working from the stretch to Hager. In there for a called strike. Runner going here. We'll have a throw down, and that will be wide of the mark. And Stahl going to get down to third. So Stahl, the pinch runner, coming in He'll get a couple bases out of that deal. It is an 0-2 count here now to Hager. And a swing and a miss for strike number 3, and that is also out number 3 here. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base here. We'll have 2 innings here in the books. Move to the 3rd inning here. You're watching and listening to American Legion Baseball here today on this lovely Friday afternoon on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
All right, back out here. Inning number 3 coming up here on Zaleski Sports. One of our many game day sponsors today, Rocky Rococo's. Rocky Rococo's pan-style pizza and pasta is a Stevens Point favorite for dine-in, takeout, or delivery. Always supporting local and always easy and affordable choice for your next family night out, fast food on the go, or even your next catering for a party or work function. Enjoy Rocky Rococo's in Stevens Point. So Hager back out for his 3rd inning of work here. And Avery Femright will lead things off here, the left-handed hitting Avery. A left fielder here, and 2-0 count quickly now to Femright. That ball going to be lifted out of play and foul just past the Wausau dugout over by along the third base side there. So count moves to 2-1 now to Avery Femright. And 2-2 now here, called strike to Avery. 2-2 offering. That'll be lifted out of play into the bleachers here. That'll careen off the bleachers and into the front area here. Well, the 2-2 offering here to Femright. Pitch just missed inside, so count goes full now to Avery. Top half inning number 3, we're scoreless here. And that will be a called strike for first out here. And that's a Serb-Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Lucas Hager. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serb-Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So back to the top of the order here, and Jeff Freund. Jeff 0 for 1 here today, flew out to center field his first at-bat back in inning number 1. He looks at ball 1 here inside. Hager's 1-0 offering here. That'll miss outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. Boston Damon, the on-deck hitter here for Beaver Dam. Swung on and missed, so it's 2-1 now here to Freund. That's going to be batted foul and into the fence. Count now even at 2-2 for Jeff Freund. Hager from the windup, the pitch. That will be lifted out into shallow right, coming over to make the play is Oliver Tarosky to retire Jeff Freund for out number 2.
Number 5, Boston Damon.
That'll bring up Boston Damon 0 for 1 here today. He flew out to center field back in inning number 1, the F8. So 2 outs here for Hager. 1 hit apiece here for both squads. Early goings here. No score, 0-0, so 1-0 now here to Damon. Hager's 1-0 pitch. Misses high, I believe, so it's 2-0 now. Hit pretty sharply up the middle. Going to be a tough play, and that's Osnes. And that is what I mentioned earlier with Jesse Osnes, the range there. He's able to make the play to retire Boston Damon for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. You've been listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here today on Zaleski Sports. We'll be back here in a moment.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
After a couple years of a
Back
job
here.
that doesn't fit, it's
All
time
right,
for more
we are
money.
back here on Zaleski Sports, one of our many game day sponsors here today. Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step. Contact them today. So Freund back out here for his 3rd inning of work here, and that's Oliver Tarosky here to lead things off. He looks at ball 1 here. Oliver 1 for 1 here today with a stolen base. Had a single back in inning 1. Count 2-0 here now to Oliver. And he's swinging a miss here, so count goes to 2-1. As we mentioned, each team with a 1 hit apiece. So naturally, this is a fairly quick-moving baseball game here thus far. Swing and a miss from Tarosky, so it's 2-2 now. Freund's 2-2 offering coming up. That'll be hit out of play. Count remain 2-2 now. Again, Oliver, the lone hit thus far here for Wausau. Again, early goings. And that'll be a swing and a miss for strike 3. And the first out here. And that'll bring up Tony Eifeldano. Tony 0 for 1 today. He flew out to right. Looks like we may have a pitching change, and with that, we'll take a brief commercial pause here. You are listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. We will be back here in a moment.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
All right, back out here. Pitching change here. That's Jarek Westover here coming in relief here of Jeff Freund. Jeff goes 2 1/3 innings here. All likelihood a pitch count situation here with a tournament format. That certainly comes into play, and certainly a strategy, most definitely, when you're dealing with pitch counts over the course of 3 days. One of our many game day sponsors here today, Express Employment. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. So Tony Eiffeldano will lead things off here after the pitching change here. Of course, 1 out, Tarosky struck out, so there's 1 out here and a called strike to Eiffeldano for strike 1. Jarek Westover, the right-hander here, in relief here, and that's fouled back into the fence here, so it's 0-2. So Jeff Freund, the lefty, turning things over to the righty, and Jarek Westover. 0-2 count, 1 out here coming up from Westover. The 0-2 offering misses inside, so it's now 1-2. We are in the bottom half of inning number 3. No score, each team with a 1 hit apiece here. That'll miss upstairs, so it's 2-2 now here to Eiffeldano. Dylan Dobrot's the on-deck hitter for Wausau. That ball skips down low and out, so it's now full count here to Tony Eiffeldano. Again, Tony is 0 for 1 here today. He flew out to right field in his first at-bat back over in inning 1. It's hit on the ground over to short. Ranging over, making the play, a high throw, and that'll pull off the first baseman, and Eiffeldano will be aboard. They'll probably score that an error, and they do. E6 here, so Eiffeldano aboard. And Dylan Dobrot's coming up here, is 0 for 1 here this afternoon, with Eiffeldano over at first. Westover from the stretch, the pitch, a called strike in there for strike 1. Runner going here. Throw down, it's going to be high, and that'll sail out into center field, but Eiffeldano will stay put there at second. But it is an 0-2 count now here to Dobrot's with 1 out. Runner in scoring position now with Eiffeldano at second. 1 out. And that ball skips down into the dirt here. So 1-2 count now. Westover's 1-2 offering misses down. So count goes to even now to Dobrot's. 2-2 now. Pitch misses in, so full count coming up now here to Dobrot's. ball lifted high into the air, down near the first base side there. Giving chase to that is Carson. Two outs now here for Luke Smogoleski. Luke was hit by a pitch his first plate appearance. And that'll be in there for a called strike. And that'll be a swing and a miss for strike number here 2 to Smogoleski. And he'll foul that one off to stay alive here. So 1-2 here to Smogoleski. Jarek Westover, the right-hander here, working with 2 outs. Top half, or bottom half inning number 3 here. Eifeldano out at second. That pitch will miss down and out here, so it is 2-2 now here to Luke. And a swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Smogoleski here. Route number 3. No runs, no hits, 1 error. 1 left on here. 3 innings are in the books here. We'll move to inning number 4. 0-0 our score here. Looks like we may have a new pitcher as well here coming up. You are listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust. In Stevens Point and Plover, at Auto Select, you're good to go.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s-themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
All right, back out here for the 4th inning. And Jarek Westover will lead things off here in the top half of inning number 4. Jarek is 0 for 1 here today. He flew out to shortstop. His first at-bat back in inning number 1 here. And Lucas Hager is back out, in fact, for his 4th inning of work here for Wausau. For the commercial break, I may have inadvertently alluded to a pitching change, but I was wrong on that. But count now 2-0 to Westover. That'll be in there for strike 1 here to Jarek. Of course, Jarek, left-handed hitter, it would appear. A right-handed pitcher, so ambidextrous, I would say. I believe that's the proper term here for that. So it's 3-1 here to Westover. And a swing and a miss. So count goes full now here to Jarek. Ball misses inside, and Westover going to find himself aboard with a base on ball here for Kyler Keel. Kyler walked his first plate appearance. That was back over in inning number 2 here today. Hager working from the stretch with Westover, the runner at first. He'll throw over there and check on things. His first baseman over there in Smogileski. And that will be a called strike here to Kyler Keel. So it's 0-1 now here to Kyler. Runner thought about a snap throw back down. Westover back in safely. Well, it's 1-1 now here. Hager to Keel. Hager comes set. 1-1 pitch coming up here. Runner going, a pretty decent throw, but will not be enough to get Jarek Westover. Westover will swipe second base. Count goes to 2-1 now to Kyler Keel. Pitch misses high, so it is a hitter's count now, 3-1 here to Kyler Keel. Westover, the runner at second for Beaver Dam. A pretty nice lead. That'll be in there for strike 2 now, so it's full count here to Keel. Jake Jolka, the on-deck hitter for Beaver Dam. Nobody out here. And a swing and a miss, and that will be another Serb Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Lucas Hager, where you can call Jamie Wenzel at Serb Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So 1 out now for Jake Jolka. Jake 0 for 1 today. He flew out to center field in his first at-bat. Misses down, so it's 1-0 now with, again, Westover, the runner at second in scoring position for Beaver Dam. The 1-0 pitch coming up here to Jake. That's going to be a base hit out into right field. A run coming home here. And that'll be an RBI single for Jake Jolka. Westover scores on that.
Now batting number 4, Braden Strakota.
And that'll bring up Braden Strakota. He reached on the fielder's choice, the 1-5 fielder's choice. Back over in inning number 2. That ball going to be lifted out of play and foul to Strakota. So 1-0 our score here. Top of 4. Beaver Dam jumps out to the early 1-0 lead here. And Braden 0 for 1 here today. That'll miss high and in, so it's 1-2 now here to Strakota. Throw back over to Smogileski over at first. Jolka back in safely. Well, it's a 1-2 count coming up here now to Strakota with one out. And a swing and a miss. And that'll be another Serb Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serb Pro 4, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So 2 outs now here. Or Carson Franke had a single and a stolen base back in inning 2. So 1 for 1 here today for Carson. Jake Jolka down at first. Moderate lead there, and that's going to be hit down the line and foul, just foul. Didn't miss by too much. Might have been extra bases based on the location of that one. Instead, it will be an 0-1 count here to Carson Franke. Hager working with 2 outs here from the stretch. He chopped on the ground over to third. A tough play, but a good play, and play will be made. The 5-3 put out to retire Carson Franke. Out number 3. On a run and a hit here. Runner left on. We'll move to the bottom half of inning number 4. Beaver Dam out to the 1-0 lead here. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
All right, back out here. We'll get a few of our game day sponsors here today. Shuta Funeral Home. Shuta Funeral Home is your local family-owned and operated funeral home committed to serving families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable funerals. That's Shuta Funeral Home. Stevens Point and Plover. Also brought to you today in part by the Rock and Roll Cafe. Treat the whole family to breakfast or lunch at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Mexican and American dishes cooked to perfection daily on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. Jarek Westover back out for his second inning of work here. And this is Jesse Osnes. Jesse is 0 for 1 today. He flew out to right in his first at-bat back over in inning number 1. So he has a 2-0 count now here. That pitch misses down though, so it's a 3-0 count to Osnes. And that's in there for a called strike, so it is a hitter's count and 3-1 here now to Jesse. And Jesse 0 for 1 here today. He'll hit that one foul down the Wausau dugout there, so it's full count now to Osnes. Well, the 3-2 count coming up here, and a swing and a miss. Osnes will be out on strikes here, the swing and miss, so it's 1 out. And Jackson Albee coming up here. Jackson 0 for 1 here today. Grounded out to third. Back in inning 2. And that'll be in there for called strike 1. So it's 0-1 now here to Albee. Jarek, the right-handed pitcher. And of course, when we saw him at the plate, he was hitting left-handed, at least in his last at-bat. That's a called strike. So it's 0-2 now here to Albee. That misses high and in, so it's a 1-2 count here to Jackson Albee. That'll miss out, so 2-2 now. So the 2-2 count. And that'll be a called strike, and that'll be the second consecutive strikeout here in this inning.
29.
And that'll bring up Jack Bartles here. Looks like we'll have a mound visit here. We'll stay right here unless there's a change, and there might be. Stop Construction. Stop Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Stop Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. Also brought to you today in part by Cheese Pleasers. Cheese Pleasers in Bancroft is a local hidden gem filled with all the finest cheeses, snack sticks, cheese curds, and cheese trays. For Wisconsin's finest cheese, stop at Cheese Pleasers right off I-39 in Bancroft. We will go to commercial break. Pitching change coming up here for Beaver Dam. You're listening to and watching American Legion baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza, hand-style pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce, toppings and spices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
All right, we're back out here. Pitching change coming up here for Beaver Dam. That's Boston Damon here, the right-handed pitcher coming in relief here of Jarek Westover. Beaver Dam's third pitcher here. He'll work with 2 outs here. Bottom of inning number 4. Want to give thanks to so many of our game day sponsors here, one of them being Little Scholars Childcare. Little Scholars and Little Scholars Beginnings are 2 beautiful childcare and preschools in Stevens Point, offering early childhood learning for infants through 4K. You'll find great facilities and a comfortable environment to help your child grow. Visit littlescholars.com. So Damon works 2 outs here, the right-hander. Curveball is in there to Jack Bartles. Jack lined sharply back to Jeff Freund in inning number 2. It's quickly 0-2 now here to Bartles. Sweeper misses outside. I think it might have been a sweeper anyways. So it's 1-2 now here to Bartles. And that will be strike number 3 and out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on here. We're through 4 innings complete here. Beaver Dam out front 1-0. You are listening to and watching American Legion baseball here on Zaleski Sports. We will be back for inning number 5 coming up right after these messages.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
All right, back out here, inning number 5 coming up here. Brad Wendorf will lead things off here in the top half of inning number 5. Beaver Dam with a 1-0 lead here thus far. Lucas Hager back out for his 5th inning of work here for Wausau. That'll be in there for a called strike to Brad. So Brad flew out to center field, 0 for 1 here today, back in inning 2. And he'll look at strike 2 now, so it's 0-2 to Wendorf. Brad, the catcher here for Beaver Dam. Hager's 0-2 offering, misses high. Oh, it's 1-2 now here to Wendorf. With Avery Femright in the on-deck area there, that's going to be batted down the line and just foul, so the count will remain 1-2 now here to Wendorf. That's going to be fouled into the backstop here, so it still remains 1-2. And we'll get a different baseball on that. 1-2 here now to Wendorf. And Brad 0 for 1 here today. And they'll check to see if he went. He did not, they'll say. So the count will stay, or move to 2-2, I should say. So it's a 2-2 now here to Wendorf. And that will be a called third strike. And that is another Serb Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here today for Lucas Hager. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serb Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So Avery Femright, Avery 0 for 1 here today. And he'll swing and miss through strike 1 here, so it's 0-1 here to Avery. That's going to be, rolls just foul. Hager was given chase on that. It would have been a tough play had that baseball stayed fair. It did not, so it is an 0-2 count now here to Femright. So both 0-2 count, and that's going to get a piece of Femright. So Femright aboard now. And the top of the order, and Jeff Freund coming up here. Jeff is 0 for 2 here at the plate. He started things off out on the hill for Beaver Dam. And that's hit. But that'll be right out to right field. And right at Oliver Tarosky out there.
How about it for Beaver Dam number 5, Boston Damon.
And Boston Damon coming up here. He's 0 for 2. He grounded to short his last at-bat and flew out to center in his first at-bat. So Femwright, the runner at first for Beaver Dam. Hager checks back on him. We're in the top of the 5th inning here. Beaver Dam with a 1-0 lead. 3 hits between the two teams here thus far. So it's been pretty good defense and pitching on both sides of the coin here for both teams thus far. Still a lot of baseball left. Ball hit out into center field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. A throw, pretty nice throw over to third. He might have had the runner that runner advance, but that will be a base hit for Damon.
How about it for Beaver Dam number 7, Jarek Westover.
So Jarek Westover now. He walked, stole a base, and scored a run back in inning 4. He is 0 for 1 today. Flew out to short his very first at-bat in inning 1. That ball going to be hit out of play and foul. Hager's pitched pretty well himself here. He's working in the 5th here. Just the 1 run thus far. That ball fouled, and count now goes 0-2 to Westover. So the 0-2 to Westover here. That's going to be chopped up the middle. That's going to be a tough play. That's Osnes ranging over there, and he'll make the play. The 6-3 out to get Jarek Westover for out number 3. 1 hit, no runs, couple runners left on base here. We'll move to the bottom half of inning number 5 here. Beaver Dam out front 1-0. Wausau coming up. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
All right, we are back here, bottom half, inning 5 coming up here. One of our many game day sponsors here this afternoon in Fleet Farm. Fleet Farm has everything you need for summer fun on the water. Check out their huge selection of kayaks, water towables, fishing gear, and more. Shop in store at a store near you or online at fleetfarm.com. Also, today we'll bring you Wood Street Rentals. No matter the job, big or small, look to Wood Street Rentals to get the equipment you need to get the job done, offering a wide range of equipment needs and delivery to any job site. Look to Wood Street Rentals in Stevens Point. So Boston Damon out for his second inning of work here. And Brennan Fictum the hitter here, swings and misses, so it's 0-1. Brennan was hit by a pitch back in inning 2. He'll lift that ball high into the air. Out to second in the F. He'll fly to second base for out number 1.
Now batting, number 1, Ryan Rodemeyer.
And that'll bring up Ryan Rodemeyer here. He'll hit in the his first plate appearance here. Well, it's an 0-1 count here to Rodemeyer. Ball just missed, so 1-1 now. One out. Bottom half inning 5. Wausau trails 1-0. Rodemeyer swings and misses at strike 2, so it's 1-2 now here. And a pretty quick moving game here, as one would imagine, with a 1-0 score. Nice play out at short, and that will be the 6-3 put out here to retire Rodemeyer for out number 2. And that'll bring up Oliver Tarosky. Oliver is 1 for 2 here today. Is a stolen base, had a single back in his first inning. Damon steps off for a moment here. Working with 2 outs here. Again, Tarosky 1 for 2 this afternoon. He'll check to see if he went. They'll say he did not. So it's 1-0 now here to Oliver. And he'll swing and miss here at a pretty big cut. It's 1-1 now here to Oliver. Breaking ball in, just missed. Pretty nice mix there. So it's 2-1 here to Oliver. Damon, the right-hander from the windup here. 2-1 offering. Misses down and low, so it is a hitter's count. 3-1 now to Oliver Tarosky. And that'll be a called strike 2, so it is a full count now here to Oliver. That ball hit pretty well, but that is going to be right at the left fielder there. I believe that might be Avery Fremrey, and that'll be the 3rd out here. So no runs. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on base here. 5 innings are in the book. We'll move to inning number 6 here. Beaver Dam out front 1-0. You're listening to and watching American Legion baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
All right, back out here. Inning 6 coming up here. Beaver Dam with the 1-0 lead over the Wausau Post 10 Bulldogs here. Top half, inning 6 coming up here. Lucas Hager out in for his 6th inning of work here today. Again, he's pitched pretty well here for Wausau. Just the 3 hits thus far through 5+. And that's going to be fouled out of play here. That's Kyler Keel. Kyler's 0 for 1 here today. He walked and struck out. That pitch misses, so it is 1-1 now. Stole a base as well, did Kyler. So Hager misses low and down, so it is a 2-1 count coming up here to Kyler Keel. We are in the top half of inning 6 here. That ball hit out of play and foul, so it's an even 2-2 now to Keel. And that ball hit out of play, and count remains 2-2 now. And that'll be for a hit, a throw coming to first. Nearly got him, but he did not. Good heads up play there by Tarosky. That'll be a hit for Kyler Keel. And Jake Jolka coming up here. Jake is 1 for 2 here at an RBI single back in inning number 4. And that drove in Jarek Westover for the lone run of the game here thus far. That's a called strike in there from Hager to move the count 0-1 now. Hager checking over on Keel over at first. Another throwback over there to keep an eye, keep Kyler Keel close by here. Well, it's 0-1 here now to Jake Jolka. Runner's going, and he'll be in there with a stolen base. Had a pretty good jump. The lead runner down and Kyler Keel out at second. Hager from the stretch, the pitch, and be hit out to right. Play will be made. No tag there. So the F9 for out number 1.
Batting for Beaver, number 4, Braden Strakota.
And that'll bring up Braden Strakota here is 0 for 2. One out here now to Strakota. Stretch the pitch in there for strike 1. Hager's 0-1 offering here. That misses high and in, so it's 1-1 now to Braden. Pretty sizable lead there for Keel out at second. Hager will step off and Keel goes back to second. Ball hit on the ground. Osnes over at short. He'll go to 1. Keel will move to third on that. And Strakota will be out on the 6-3 ground out for out number 2. And Carson Franke coming up here. He's 1 for 2 here today. A stolen base and a single back in inning 2, and then he grounded out to third in inning 4. So 2 outs here. Kyler Keel just 90 feet away for Beaver Dam. Lucas Hager and the Bulldogs doing their part to try to keep that from happening. So his pitch misses outside, so it's 1-0 now here to Franke. Top of the 6th inning here. That's going to be driven out of play and foul. So the count is 1-1 now. Keel over at third. And Franke will step out momentarily. So 1-1 with 2 outs here. And a swing and a miss. So 1-2, the count goes now here to Carson Franke. And a swing and a miss, and Lucas Hager with another Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here. You can call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. 1 hit, 1 left, no runs. 1-0 Beaver Dam out front. Bottom 6 coming up here. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here today on Zaleski Sports. We'll be back here in a moment.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
it's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
All right, back out here for the bottom of inning number 6. Wausau coming up here. They trail 1-0 here, and Boston Damon back out for another inning of work here in relief here today. One of our many game day sponsors today, Culligan Water. Get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at culliganh2o.com. So Tony Eifeldano will lead things off here. Tony is 0 for 2 here today. Damon's pitch in there for a strike. Pitch misses out, so it's 1-1 now here to Eifeldano. And the sun appears to be, at least hopefully, here for a while anyways. I think that's all of our hope anyways. Sure is nice to see. Love to see the sun more. That sun. Breaking ball in there for strike number 2 here, so it's even 2-2 here to Eifeldano. Damon's pitch hit off the handle of the bat. Nobody going to bat. Nearly would have made that play. That was Eifeldano hustling it out here. That'll be a base hit for Tony. That was going to be a tough play no matter really how you slice that. And Dylan Dobrot's coming up here. Dylan is 0 for 2 here today. Nobody out here with Eifeldano at first. Damon working from the stretch. The pitch, that's in there for strike 1. Damon, the right-hander here, the third pitcher here that we've seen today for Beaver Dam. He'll throw back over to first. The check on Eiffeldano. Eiffeldano slides back in safely. The 0-1 count here to Dobrats. The pitch. That's hit pretty well. Going back on it. Back at the track. And a good play made out there in center field. I believe that's Kyler Keel that made the play. That ball was hit arguably to the longest part of the field here at Leo Cub Manchesky, but it will be out. And the first out here, the F8. And Luke Smogoleski coming up here. Luke 0 for 1 here today. He was hit by a pitch, however, back in inning 1. Struck out in inning 3. Looks at ball 1 now. So 1-0 to Luke. Luke the lefty, runner going. There'll be a throw down to second. It will not be in time. And Eiffeldano with a stolen base down to second. He represents a runner in scoring position now for Wausau with nobody out, or beg your pardon, 1 out. And it's a 1-1 count here to Luke. Off-speed pitch is outside, so 2-1 now. Jesse Osnes on deck for Wausau. Ball hit over to second. And the play will be made. The 4-3 to retire Luke Smogoleski for out number 1, but he will do his job in getting Tony Eiffeldano over to third. Again, 2 outs here. And Osnes here. Looks like coach coming out here will stay right here unless there's a change of pitchers. Hard to know for sure if there will be, although if there is, we'll take a brief pause. Want to give thanks to our game day sponsors today, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Point Insurance, and Premier Auto. Well, things getting late here in a pretty closely played.
27.
Pretty closely played baseball game. I think the pitch count certainly comes into play here when you have a number of potential games in a 3-day stretch in a tournament format such as this, but looks like he will stay with Boston Damon here. Again, 2 outs here, bottom of 6. Osnes trying to do his part to maybe tie things up here, with Eiffeldano just 90 feet over at third. Breaking ball in there for strike number 1. So it's 0-1 now here to Osnes. And that'll miss, so it's 1-1 now. Osnes going to hit that on the ground over to first. And that will be the 3rd out. We'll call that a 3-1, I believe. So 1 hit, no runs, 1 left on base here. We are through 6 innings complete here. Beaver Dam out front 1-0. 7th inning coming up here. You're listening to and watching American Legion baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home, providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
All right, back out here, 7th inning coming up here. One of our many game day sponsors this afternoon, Mutual of Wausau. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. And Hager comes in for his 7th inning of work here, and he strike one here. Ball chopped over to Hager. Hager will glove it, make the play, and retire Brad Wendor for the first out here. The 1-3 put out here for out number 1. And Avery Femright, he was hit by a pitch in his last plate appearance today. That was in inning 5. And he will swing and miss at strike 1 here, so it's an 0-1 count to Femright. Top half of inning 7, Wausau, the home team, will get last wraps. Femright bunts that one foul down the third base line, so it's an 0-2 count here coming up to Femright. And as we mentioned, Hager has pitched pretty gall-darn well, in my opinion. The 4 hits through 6 1/3. That ball driven out to center field, and a play will be made. Nice play made out there for out number 2. Jackson Albee making the play out there. So there's 2 outs now here, top of the order, and Jeff Freund, I believe, coming up here. He is 0 for 3 here today. And hit right over to short, and that'll be gloved, and the 3rd out, so a 3-up, 3-down inning here. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll move to the bottom half, inning number 7. Wausau trails 1-0. Last wraps coming up here for Wausau. We're listening to and watching American Legion baseball here today. Zaleski Sports back here in a moment.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust. In Stevens Point and Plover, at Auto Select, you're good to go.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s-themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
All right, back out here for the bottom of the 7th inning coming up here. Kyler Keel, the 4th pitcher here for Beaver Dam, in relief here. The right-hander will be looking at his way to try to close things out, I'm sure, is his thoughts here for Beaver Dam. But Wausau, I'm sure, with other ideas for that. Ian Stahl will...
Now batting for Wausau, number 29, Ian Stable.
So Ian Stahl here will lead things off. Pinch hitting today in the number 6 spot is Ian Stahl. Bottom of the 7th here. Kyler Keel, the right-hander, in relief here for Beaver Dam. Looks like we may have a pinch hitter in Davis Winter possibly after Stahl here. At least that's the appearance I have anyways at this moment. So it's 1-0 now here to Ian Stahl. And that pitch in there for strike one to Stahl. So 1-1 now here to Ian. This is Ian's first plate appearance, first at bat here today. Ball skips away in the dirt. Well, it's 2-1 now here to Stahl. We'll have a brief Nasonville Dairy postgame. An interview with a coach, player of the winning team shortly after the conclusion of this one. Probably be fairly brief as there'll be another game shortly thereafter. We'll have a little bit of time. I don't believe either one of these teams plays right after this. And that will be a called strike, so it's full count now here to Stahl. That ball hit over to third. Play made, 5-3 put out to retire Stahl for out number one. Yeah, neither one of these teams, I beg your pardon, play after the conclusion of this one. So we'll try to get an interview from a player and a coach from the winning team, whoever that might be. One out here for pinch hitter Davis Winter here. So it's 2-0 now to Davis Winter. The 2-0 pitch here misses outside, so it's 3-0 now here to Winter. Coach Tom Magnuson and his crew looking to try to maybe come back here late in the game. And Winter will be aboard with a base on ball with one out here. And it looks like, I think that's Joe Gravine, I believe. And it is. So Gravine, his first plate appearance here, pinch hitting. So one out here to Gravine. That in there for strike. So it's 0-1 now to Gravine. Davis Winter over at first. That's going to be fouled back here, so it's 1-1 now to Gravine. Beg your pardon, 0-2. So it's an 0-2 count here to Gravine with one out. And Davis Winter at first represents the tying run for Wausau. Keels 0-2. He'll throw back down to first. Checking on Winter over there. So the 0-2 count coming up here. And that's going to be caught at second there for out number 2.
Now batting number 34, Jed Vander Sanden.
This looks to be Jed Vander Sanden. So Keel from the stretch with 2 outs here in there for strike number 1. And a swing and a miss here to Vander Sanden. 0-2 count now with Davis Winter at first, the tying run for Wausau. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Keel from the stretch, the pitch. Going to be hit down the line, foul. Coach Tom Magnuson making the play there in foul territory. Nice job, Tom. Count remains 0-2 now. And that ball hit down near the third base dugout here for the Wausau dugout. So it's an 0-2 count coming up here to Vander Sanden. Trying to keep things alive here for Wausau. And Jed staying alive here at 0-2. Fouls that one back into the backstop here. And Jed fouling that one away, so count remains 0-2 here. The 0-2 offering. And they'll say it hit him, so hit by a pitch is Jed, so and Oliver Tarosky now comes up. Oliver is 1 for 3 here today. Pinch runner for Jed. Looks to be Ethan Sillers, I believe. So Keel working from the stretch with 2 outs here for Beaver Dam. Couple runners on base here. Davis Winter at second. And that'll be a swing and a miss by Tarosky here. Sillers at first. Pinch runner at first. 0-1 coming up here to Oliver. Again, Oliver 1 for 3 here today. Pitch gets away down into the dirt. Good stop there. So it's a 1-1 count now. That ball smashed down the line and foul, so it's a 1-2 count coming up to Oliver now. Base hit very well could score that tying run. 2 outs here. And a swing and a miss, drop third strike, the throw down. And Tarosky retired. And that's a final here. The first game of the Ed Cardack Classic here, the Firecracker Classic out at Buchholz Park. Beaver Dam 1-0. We'll have our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your fresh cheese curds. Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. We'll take a brief commercial pause here. Hopefully get maybe a few words from the coaching staff here from Beaver Dam, maybe a player from Beaver Dam. We'll be back here momentarily. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. A final here, Beaver Dam over Wausau 1-0. Our Nasonville Dairy postgame show coming up here momentarily.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy.
Or am I looking at you or up here?
You could just look wherever, yeah. I'll probably look at you the
Dead
whole
into the camera,
time.
TJ. Don't stop looking at.
All right. Well, we are back here. Zaleski Sports, first of the many games here in the Ed Kardak Classic, the Firecracker Classic. Coach, you guys come out of here with a well-fought 1-0 victory. You go through 4 pitchers, obviously tournament baseball, a lot of strategy, pitch count, I'm sure. Talk about today's performance, this game.
Well, again, really what we really need to do in this first game is try to get through with all of our top arms to be able to either pitch tomorrow or Sunday. I always kind of like to have one of our best guys be able to be available Sunday. And really today, we weren't really as efficient as I'd hoped until number 5 here, Boston Damon. He went 2 1/3 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, and in 30 pitches. That's the best I could ever hope for, to get 2+ innings out of 30 pitches. I mean, that's just really good. And our team, we like to win games low scoring, so that was kind of fun.
Yeah, absolutely, and it definitely was just that 1-0 game. Coach, you guys, I think I heard you say you guys are off now until tomorrow. I think was it 5 o'clock, I believe?
The original schedule was 5, but I think that it changed on our way up here with all the rain. I believe now they got us at 3. And then the nightcap against the Sixers.
Okay, so you guys will have a pair tomorrow night. Well, Coach, anything else before we let you get off into back with your squad here?
No, just looking forward to it. It's been a great, I want to say kudos to the grounds crew. I honestly didn't believe we'd be playing today or all weekend. So I'm really happy that we get to get some games in.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, nice job. I appreciate it, sir. We'll turn it over to Boston Damon now. As Coach mentioned, he goes 2 1/3 innings, I believe. You had the 30 pitches. Certainly one of the top arms from what it sounds like. And with tournament baseball, every pitch counts, definitely. But Boston, talk a little bit about today's performance.
It was a team win. We had all aspects clicking at one time. Kyler, our center fielder, made a great catch on the wall. Jake Julka had a clutch RBI that really gave us the lead, and then we're just a hard-fighting team. We're not going to quit until it's over, so we really like to fight.
Yeah, you definitely guys had that, a 1-0 game. I think there was just 6 hits between the 2 teams here today. I think you guys had the 4 hits as a team, but you claw out the 1-0 victory. I don't know if you know the drill or not, but what we do is I'll count you down. I'll say 3, 2, 1. I'll have you say your name. And that you're in the house, and then we'll get you out of here.
Alrighty.
So we'll go 3, 2, 1.
My name is Boston Damon, number 5. Play shortstop for Beaver Dam.
And he is in the house.
And I am in the house.
He's in the house. Nice job.
Yeah,
nice job.
Right, sounds good.
Good luck
Thank you.
tomorrow. A couple games tomorrow. This is our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player tonight. We'll let you get back to your spot.
Thank you.
Take care. That's Boston Damon again. Beaver Dam comes out of here with a 1-0 victory today over Wausau, the Post 10 Bulldogs, in a defensive-oriented baseball game. A lot of good pitching you saw, and certainly a tournament baseball pitch count certainly come into play. Beaver Dam will be back at it tomorrow. They have a pair of games, as we heard Coach say. Wausau will play again tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have some good baseball weather here. Again, a final out here from Buchholz Park, Leo Cub Manchesky Field. Brandon Barincott on the call here today. Chase Lyons on our production here. Beaver Dam comes out with a 1-0 victory over Wausau. You have been listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here out at Buchholz Park on Zaleski Sports. Have yourselves a good rest of the evening.